NYPD Lieutenant Commander Vern Gebritz, who is instructed on how to handle mass murders, is in New York. Vern, thanks for being with us this evening.
Good evening.
All right, and by the way, for our viewers, it's just started raining. I mean, it waited for the vigil to be over, but if you hear these little things, it is the rain on the umbrella that's over us tonight. All right, Vern, what people don't seem to comprehend is why this guy, who had such a plan, who was meticulous, planned for months according to the police chief, booby-trapped his apartment to literally blow up. How does a guy like that, with all the body armor and all the protection, just surrender? What is that about?
Well, I believe that he planned this for months. And the fantasy was for him to take on the persona of the Joker. And in doing so, he sustained himself by this plan because with each effort that he made, with each piece of equipment, with each item that he purchased, as he built this together for this final culmination at the theater that day, what he was really, I thought it was interesting. The last ladies talked about how he had a smile on his face. Yes. He had a smile on his face because he knew what he was going to do. It was almost like a joke. He was going to render this community, if those bombs had exploded, he would have rendered that community something terrible beyond the terrible shooting in the theater. But listen to this. Most people who are mass murderers commit suicide or are killed by the police when they arrive. For him to surrender so meekly means he never intended to die. In his mind, he has become the Joker. And every time someone goes to that movie and watches Dark Night Rising, it's going to be about him. He vicariously put himself into that particular production. And so we went from
Vern, I'm going to throw one thing at you. It hasn't yet been confirmed. But what about the fact that they say that the AR-15 may have jammed because the drum ammunition wasn't completely used and he had to switch to the other long gun? Do you think that might have had something to do with his surrendering so easily?
No, absolutely not, because you've heard of suicide by cop. All he had to do was point the weapon at the officer. The officer would have been perfectly authorized to shoot him. He came there with body armor, the throat protection, the chest protection, the groin protection. He was not going to get shot. He did not want to die. Somehow...
All right. So, Vern, you instruct on this kind of thing. What have we learned? How can we train law enforcement in the future? How has this changed the whole dialogue?
Well, this case is without precedent. My immediate concern as a law enforcement officer is that somebody else, some other unknown nerd, will try to put together a scheme something like his. Because this is getting a lot of publicity. This is worldwide news. He went from an unknown nerd to an international super villain, the Joker. And if you know anything about the Joker was a highly intelligent psychopath who had a sadistic personality. I think he is a malignant narcissist, personally, and I think that he is enjoying all of this coverage and drama and this horrible service tonight that was so sad and sorry. I'm sure he's laughing about it. The Joker would laugh.
And why do you think, Vern, he told the police about the bomb in the apartment?
Well, the Joker was a highly intelligent psychopath. It took a lot of intelligence to construct that quite sophisticated series of bombs with tripwires. I spoke to the experts on that case, and every one of them was amazed at the intricacy of what he put together. So that shows him to be highly intelligent. The Joker's highly intelligent,
well,
and the sadistic.
Well, there's no question about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Vern. I'll let you finish up right now.
Well, the sadistic the sad part about it, those people to him weren't people. They were props in this highly violent fantasy that he created for him to become the Joker.
Really pathetic. Anyway, Vern Gebritz, thanks so much for your expertise and for joining us this evening.
Have an evening. Thank you.